What if the legends were never myths, but warnings? From frozen mountains where something moves beneath the ice, to oceans that hide shadows larger than ships. Recently leaked clips and drone footage claim to capture giant mythical creatures, too massive, too real to ignore. Across remote forests, endless deserts, and the deepest seas, eyewitnesses have filmed shocking footage that defies explanation. Are these hoaxes, or proof that ancient monsters still walk our world? Let's uncover the 7 most terrifying giant mythical creatures ever caught on camera.
Number 1. Frost Titan, the Ice Guardian. High above Norway's frozen peaks, a team of mountaineers sent their drone soaring over a silent, blinding expanse of ice. The landscape was lifeless, until the camera caught something moving beneath the snow. At first, they thought it was a shifting glacier, but then, it turned. Slowly, deliberately. What they saw made their blood run cold. A massive humanoid figure, nearly 30 feet tall, its skin made of cracked ice, its eyes glowing faintly blue. The creature moved with terrifying slowness, each step shaking the snow beneath it. As the drone zoomed closer, the temperature sensors began to malfunction, screens frosting over before the footage abruptly cut to static. Locals call it the Frost Titan, an ancient guardian said to awaken when humans disturbed the forbidden northern peaks. Legends claim it was born from the first winter storm, cursed to walk forever beneath the auroras, protecting something buried deep in the ice. And that night, the mountain didn't sleep. It breathed. Number 2. Goliath Serpent, the Desert Devourer. Deep in the heart of the Sahara Desert, a team of explorers launched a drone to map shifting dunes, but what they captured wasn't wind. The sand below began to ripple, forming a massive circular pattern, as if something colossal was moving beneath the earth. Moments later, the desert erupted. A wave of sand exploded upward, revealing what looked like the body of a serpent larger than a passenger jet, scales glinting like molten bronze under the burning sun. Its movement was impossibly fast, tearing through dunes like water. The drone footage shook violently before cutting to black. Locals speak of the Goliath Serpent, a creature older than time itself, said to guard ancient cities buried beneath the sands. They believe it feeds on vibrations, drawn to sound, to footsteps, to life. That night, one of the explorers uploaded the footage, but hours later, it vanished from every platform. Only one sound remained, a low rumble. Number 3. Karkadros, the Sea Behemoth. Off the coast of Greece, a group of fishermen found themselves battling waves far larger than any storm could explain. Their cameras shook as the sea around them began to swirl, a whirlpool forming out of nowhere. Then, through the chaos, something vast began to rise. At first, they thought it was a capsized ship, until it blinked. 2 enormous, glowing eyes broke the surface, followed by tentacles thick as trees, slamming against the water with thunderous force. The fishermen screamed as their boat was tossed like a toy in the storm. The footage, though shaky, showed a creature that could only be described as Karkadros, the sea behemoth of Greek legend. Said to dwell in the deepest trenches, it's believed to surface once every century to hunt anything that disturbs the ocean's silence. When rescuers found the fisherman's boat days later, it was shattered in half, covered in strange sucker-like marks. The sea was calm again, too calm. Number 4. The Hollow Giant, Forest of Silence. In the dense wilderness of northern Canada, a lone hiker vanished after sending a final message, "I can hear it breathing." Days later, his camera was found, half buried in the snow, still recording. The footage began quietly, endless trees, a faint wind, and then, movement. Something massive shifting between the trunks. The branches cracked, not like wood breaking, but like bones snapping. Then, for just a second, the lens caught it, a towering figure, pale, skin stretched thin over a hollow frame, its chest caved in like a drum. It moved silently, almost floating, despite its enormous size. Locals whisper of the Hollow Giant, a spirit older than the forest itself. It's said to appear when someone disturbs the land's forgotten graves, feeding not on flesh, but on sound. Foresters call that area the Forest of Silence. They say if you listen closely on stormy nights, you can still hear the sound of Karkadros breathing beneath the waves. Number 5. Scarvok, the Mountain Eater. High in the Himalayas, a group of climbers documented something that defied logic. Their footage shows a calm, snow-covered ridge until the mountain itself moved. At first, it looked like an avalanche, but then, the rocks began shifting in a pattern, like something breathing beneath the earth. Moments later, a colossal shape emerged from the cliffside, a creature made entirely of stone, dust, and molten cracks of fire. Eyes like burning coal opened within the mountain, followed by a deep, rumbling growl that echoed for miles. The climbers screamed as the ground quaked beneath them. Legends from the region speak of Scarvok, the Mountain Eater, an ancient guardian formed when the earth was young. It awakens every few centuries, devouring peaks and reshaping landscapes. Some monks believe it feeds on imbalance, punishing those who carve too deep into nature's bones. When rescue teams arrived, they found no trace of the climbers, only a fresh scar along the mountain, as if a giant hand had torn the rock apart. Number 6. Leviathra, the Abyss Queen. Far below the surface of the Mariana Trench, the deepest place on Earth, an unmanned submersible recorded something the world wasn't meant to see. The feed began with static, then darkness, and then movement. A shadow, impossibly vast, glided across the camera's light. At first, scientists thought it was a whale, but as the light adjusted, they saw fins the size of buildings, and a body that stretched beyond the edge of the frame. Then came the eyes, dozens of them, glowing faintly blue in the darkness. The pressure sensor spiked, alarms screamed, and the feed abruptly cut out. The team later recovered fragments of the footage, revealing the creature's name whispered among old oceanic legends: Leviathra, the Abyss Queen. Ancient texts described her as the ruler of the deep, guardian of the Earth's final gate, the mouth of the world. Days later, sonar detected something massive moving toward the surface before vanishing again into the black. Number 7. Vokran, the Fire Colossus. On the volcanic slopes of Iceland, a research drone recorded unusual lava activity, rivers of molten rock twisting unnaturally, as if the mountain itself were alive. Then, a shape began to rise from the eruption. At first, it seemed like a column of fire, but the footage revealed a massive humanoid figure, nearly 50 feet tall, formed entirely of molten rock and burning magma. Its eyes glowed like twin suns, and each movement caused the lava to ripple and surge. The drone trembled in the heat, unable to get closer. Locals speak of Vokran, the Fire Colossus, an ancient elemental said to awaken when the Earth's fury rises. Legends claim it was forged in the planet's core, a guardian of volcanic fury, punishing those who dare disturb the molten veins of the world. The eruption that night intensified, yet witnesses reported seeing Vokran standing atop the lava flows. When the firestorm ended, all that remained were scorched craters and a whispered warning carried by the wind. The Earth remembers, and it will rise again. Are these creatures real, or just legends? One thing's certain, the world still hides giants beyond our understanding, watching, waiting. Somewhere in the shadows, beneath ice, sand, sea, and fire, the ancient monsters still roam.